Hello, welcome to Boardgame Basecoats, and today we are playing through SEALTEAMFlix. We're playing through the first operational mission, and just setting us up here. I love the game because it has lots of different dice. We are currently having 16 rounds here. Got the noise marker there, 4 extra tokens, 4 objectives in this one, 2 of them being primary. We've got these cover cubes of wood, could be file cabinets, potted plants, what have you. 2 locked doors set by the scenario, and here are the patrols. And the patrols, the cover, the objectives, they are set randomly, and our seals, we get to decide how they go. Alright, so just taking a quick look here. The seals themselves are pretty similar. They have the same loadout, so a built-in pistol, and then just a little machine gun type thing there. All of them have 4 movement and basically 4 life, except for our last one here. Hannah has 5 movement and 4 life. So let's get into it. Your orders are to infiltrate an office building being used as a command and control center by the organization, and gather hard evidence linking this group to terrorism. Be advised that there may be a hostage. Alright, I'll let you all know right now there is no hostage because we are playing the simplest level. So the game does come in levels, basically a beginner, an intermediate, and then a advanced mode. So we're not playing the advanced mode, so there is no hostage. Now, if you look at this board, this is the reason I bought the game. Ostensibly, it's a flicking game. At least that's what it was sold as, but honestly, it is not. This is a tactical game with some flicking mini games. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the seals. They get 2 actions. We're going to use 1 action here to try to pick this lock. Alright, so that means we get to a mini game. So here's where the flicking comes in. You use it when you shoot. You use it for these mini games. So right here, we're using the basic level, so we get 3 of those yellow discs. We have to roll 4 dice here because it was a level 4 door, and then we're going to place these blue circles here to match. And of course we need 4 because it was a level 4 door, so we'll roll 1 more. And what you have to do is then flick the yellow and knock the blue out of the red boundary that you can see around the keypad there. Yes, right there. Alright, so I'm going to let you know right now I make an error here. So I leave the disc there. That's a problem. I should have taken it away. It does cause me problems in a bit. Alright, it's fine there, but see right here, should have taken it away. Oh no! Oh, well, that's fine. Just a little illustration there for you. Now, any failed attempt causes noise, and noise is a huge factor in this game. So we're going to attempt to pick this lock again. And so we're just going to reset this. So again, it's a level 4 door, so we roll 4 d10s here. We'll place the little pips where they need to be. So I've got 2 more to place, an 8 and a 1, and that matches. Alright, so once again, we're playing the easiest mode, so I've got 3 of these yellow discs, and this time I'll be sure to get them out of the way if I need to. Actually, I don't believe I need to. Yep, got them all this time. So success, the door has been opened. Now you have a choice. You can either put it to the unlocked side or get rid of it. Once you get rid of the doors, they are gone, so that's what I'm going to do. Now what I'm doing right here is just realizing, hey, wait a minute, no, we're in line of sight, so that enemy would have been automatically alerted. So I'm kind of hedging here and saying, no, I actually set this person over here, and no one else is in range there. So a little cheat, but that's fine. So I'm going to use Tom here to go ahead and enter the room. He used 1 action to move 4 spaces. He's using another action to move another 4, and then a free action to go ahead and pick up this objective, and that is the med unit. This is what's called the other objective, and we're going to go ahead and move the other seals here. Now I use 1 action to move up to 4 spaces. At the end of that movement I am within line of sight, so now I get reaction fire, so basically an Overwatch sort of situation. Nothing happens, the guy whiffs, and when the enemy shoots they do not cause noise, which is interesting, but that's fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and shoot back, so we're going to switch angles here. And I'm just using my sidearm there, so I get 1 shot. And because of where I was, I can basically use any of those spots to flick. And there will be 1 noise, whether I hit or miss. And actually I kind of cheat. I'm not allowed to move my character out of the way there. I do rectify this later, so that's really one of the challenges of the game. So you can reposition yourself, but you can't reposition anything on the board. Okay, so naughty there, but that's fine. Alright, so right now I'm just doing some calculations. Can I make it with Hana? Hana again has 5 movement. I decide she cannot make it, so we're going to go ahead and move her into the room. And I'm just going to shift this door. Now, the doors will lock into the walls, but to be honest, I find that, you know, that's just no good. It's going to strip those walls, it's going to strip the doors. Some of them are tight, some of them are loose, so a little component fail there, but not a huge deal at all. So I'm going to go ahead and move this patrol here. Now how the patrols work is there are actually 3 paths, a yellow, a green, and a red. Now in this case, there's noise, so it kind of skips that. So instead of following the arrows, they simply move to the highest numbered square, moving towards the noise. Once they do the move, if there's no seals visible, then, oops there. Right now I'm just calculating because we're actually going to generate some new ones. So all I'm doing is looking at which colored squares the enemy is in, and then generating new patrols based on whichever ones have the least number of people. And how I determined that is there's 1 noise token on the board, I divide that by 2 and round up, so we generated 1 there. So it's the end of the round. Down to round 15, we have 1 token. Not a bad start, so we're going to go ahead and begin a new round. Right now I'm just plotting out here, seeing where everyone will go, assuming they follow the paths, because there's no more noise on the board. So noise is huge, folks, and understanding where the patrols are. So I really love that about this game. It's very tactical. So initially when I got the game, initially all the buzz about the game was, oh, flicky game, which is not really something I'm interested in. I mean, I'm okay with some flicking games, but the reason I got this was the board. But when I actually started playing it, I was so happy to realize that it was a tactics game that just had flicking mini games in it. So really cool. Now what I'm doing here is, because I know where the patrols are going, I'm setting myself up here so to be out of sight, so that I'll have a successful move next round. Alright, so my patrols are moving, and in this case there's no noise, so they will follow the paths. So the paths are numbered, so they simply move from 9 to 10, from 10 to 1, and that sort of thing. And now everyone's out of the way, and so we move on to the round. We're checking here. We've still got 1 objective. We've got to get 3 more. Alright, so 3 more. Let's go ahead and check out our paths. Alright, so he's moving there, he's moving there, and that fella is moving there. Now, initially it was weird to me to think, well, they're going to move through walls and stuff, but honestly, you get into the rhythm of the game, it really is not that distracting at all, and it really is very fun. So right here I've moved, I've opened the door. Now, here's a thing that's not clear in the rules. So, can you do this free action in the middle of a move? In the past, I did not, but for the sake of this one, I actually did, because it just seems bizarre to me that you would do all of your movement and then have to do the free action, then all of your movement. So in this case, I've decided to just do my free movements just within the action, and it's fine. So I'm trying to move my characters here. I will be receiving some reaction fire. I've surprised this fella. So he's going to go ahead and take a shot at me. And I love how the enemy fire is just handled by this die. It just keeps it nice and quick, and you're just moving along and taking care of the bookwork for your own characters. So we're going to shoot this guy back. Now initially I'm thinking, well, let me shoot him with this machine gun, which causes 2 noise, and then I'll get 2 shots. But then I'm thinking, wait a second, 2 noise, that might be a problem. So no, let's shoot him with a pistol. So the pistol would be 1 shot and 1 noise. So in this case, I did not move my character and knocked him down. That's fine. I will pick him up. As long as the bullet hits, we're good. And the enemies, for the most part, are 1-hit deaths. Alright, so we're going to put our noise down. And we're going to move the alert patrol. So how do you know the patrols are alert? If there's any noise on the board, they're alert. So instead of following the path, they will move to the next area, to the highest numbered square in the next area. So he's going to move over there, and he's going to move there. That first patrol has line of sight to one of my seals. And right here I'm just checking the colors of the current patrol, and then I want to generate the new patrols according to whichever has the least, in this case red. So we're going to stick this patrol on the red 10. So, unfortunately, he pops up right there, so some line of sight. So I really do like this feel. So if you ever played the original, Solid Snake games back in the PS1 days, this really brought me back to that. Alright, so Tango's here. We're just checking to make sure we have line of sight. So it's from the middle of the square to the middle of the square. And right there I'm freaking out because I have line of sight to both of my characters. So you can't just willy-nilly place your people anywhere. You really got to think about line of sight. And right here, that patrol is going for Hannah right there, and hits her right there. Alright, so Hannah takes a point, and she only has 4 lives, so that's definitely an issue here. Alright, so right here I'm just pointing out, so the patrol is at the corner, so their shot will be from that adjacent corner spot. Alright, so they're going to get another hit here. So it looks like all of my crew here, my team, they're all taking points here. Alright, and finally let's see if Tom gets away unscathed. And he does. Alright, so everyone got hit a little bit, but whenever the enemy attacks you, you will place this 4-level alarm, 4-level noise out. But all of mine got attacked, so I simply place it in the room that got the last attack. Alright, so now we've got 4 noise going on there. Alright, so we've definitely got a problem here. So once this thing hits the table, it is a problem. So we'll see that as we go here. Our seals are dealing with this, so my seal moved. The enemy gets a reaction to that move. Thankfully nothing. They freaked out because he's buff. Alright, so I believe this is George. He's going to go ahead and take a shot in the face with that one right there. And again, as long as you place it on an adjacent one, you're fine. So he takes a shot, takes out that one. That alert is still there, but we're trying to get rid of these patrols so that they don't have line of sight to it, because this noise marker will remain as long as we have patrols that have line of sight to it. And as you can see here, we've picked up another objective. Alright, and this is one of the primary objectives. Okay, this file, great. Alright, so far so good. But we do have a noise from that shot. Okay, and now we're going to move on. We need to take out these patrols. It may cause us noise, but that's fine. So, 1 bullet. And where will I place it? You can place it anywhere in the square, even on the very edge, as long as it's there. Alright, and it will cause noise no matter what. We do hit. Awesome. Alright, and there we go. And I really do like that, you know, in most flicking games you have these huge distances or some craziness, but no, this is really great, and you can ricochet shots off the wall. Really just my kind of flicking game. Alright, so far so good. So he took 1 action to shoot. He's going to take another action to duck out of the way, get out of that hallway. And we've got Hana here. We're going to go ahead and move her. Now, we could have her open the door, but that would be no good, because we don't want that patrol to be bothering us at all. Alright, so even though she's got another action, we'll just wave it. Alright, so we have noise, so the patrol is alert. It will not follow the arrows. It will move closer to that noise. Okay, and then we're going to reduce sound, so we take away 1 point. Oh, here we're generating new patrols, so we count the total number of sound, alright, and divide by 2. So 3 patrols are hitting the table, and that patrolman is in the yellow, so we need a green, and we need a red, okay, at least to balance things out. So let's go for red first, and they're going to be on the red 6 square. So this is one of the things. So where is it? Oh, it's right there. Oh no, so it has line of sight to that noise, so that noise will not go away. Darn it. Now we'll generate on the green patrol path here, and this one will be on 1. And yep, there we go. There's our 1 spot, and now we've got 1 more to generate, and for this one we'll do it on the yellow patrol path. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so it'll be on 6. Now where is the 6? 6, where are you at? It's over here. There we go. Alright, so sorry about the jiggle there on the camera. Some production issues for sure. Alright, and anyway, Supposed to be taking away some of this noise, so those all go away, but again, that one stays there because one has line of sight to it. We're back to our seals though. So first let's get rid of that door. It was a free action, and we're going to move. Now it does have line of sight, but it only shoots once we're settled. Alright, but we're in line of sight to that other one, so that one will take a shot. Alright, now in this case, this is a mistake. It doesn't do 2 points of damage. Alright, it would do 1 point of damage, but we're going to spend the medkit. Now, footage was lost there, but I just flipped it over and just avoided damage altogether. So Hana here is going to go ahead and take a shot back. Alright, and we have a hit. Great. And we were using the machine gun because we really wanted to get this room clear. We see the objective, eyes on the prize. So 2 noise. Because we have so much noise in the other area, so I figured, well, it's not too bad here to have some noise. But this can be a problem. So even with a lot of noise somewhere else, you do not want to generate too much noise other places, because then you're generating extra patrols. So we're taking our shots here. Really kind of silly to be causing this much noise. Definitely a tactical error. But that's alright, we've taken out another patrol. Alright. A little cleanup here. We're going to go ahead and move our SEAL team here. And he moves, but unfortunately at the end of his movement he's in line of sight, so he will take a reaction fire. He gets hit. Alright, so another point. So my team is definitely walking wounded here. So he's going to move though. You can move through your own team. He doesn't elicit another reaction fire. He's just in cover. Alright. Now I haven't been flipping these done. Actually, I can't remember if I moved that guy. Because I haven't been flipping over the done tokens, but we decide that he's done. So anyway, the patrols are alert because there is noise, so we're going to move them closer to the biggest noise. Okay, so definitely one of those aspects of the game tactically that you have to deal with. So now we're going to count the amount of noise. So 4 plus 4 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. So 4 are hitting the table. So here's where I realized, yeah, I really didn't need to make that much noise. Because these patrols could spawn in areas and really cause me some problems, even though I just need one more objective. So we're going to generate here on the 1 space. I believe that was the red track. And where's it at? Oh, there it is. All right. 1 space for that one. Next, we're going to generate another one for the green track. All right, and he's going to be on the 7 square of the green patrol track. And here I am just praying, come on, don't be in the room with Hannah. Alright, and that last objective. Next we're going to generate another one for the red track, because there's already 2 guys on the yellow track. Alright. Now the rules are a bit, it states, I'm not even going to read it, but it seems kind of weird. So anyway, how I generate the characters is just as I've been doing. I just kind of balance the patrol tracks, you know, and we just go. Alright, so I'm generating and generating. We've got one more for green here. And that one's going to be on 9. And it is far away from Hannah. So a little victory dance. Woo! Alright, so, but where is it at? There we go. Alright, great. So, happiness, happiness. And at this point, we take away 1 noise token from every area. Now, if you look at the board, it's a grid, of course, but there are some darker yellow lines, for example, there, darker red lines. These are considered areas, and that's how we determine especially enemy movement and how to deal with the noise. So really elegant. This little part here is kind of weird. So you saw that patrolman leave the room, and this other one will as well. It's part of the patrols taking cover. They will actually leave the room that they're in, which is, I think, a respite for you, the good guys. But kind of weird, honestly. I feel like they should stay there and just blast away. But maybe they just kind of duck out because they're kind of chicken. Anyway, we're going for this last objective, and he could not make it with full movement. And actually, here's another error. She could. Now, she has diagonal access to it. But if you notice how I'm moving, I'm only moving what's that word? Ortho. Anyway, I'm moving square to square, north, east, west, south. But you can interact with objects diagonally. So if I were to house rule something in the game, that's what it would be. That you could move diagonally. Because honestly, it's in moments like this where you just forget. It's like, oh no! I could have ended the game right there and interacted with this thing. but I had this whole I can only move northwest, east, south thing on the brain, so it didn't happen. So just one of the only real annoyance I have with the game. Alrighty, so my patrols here are moving closer to this noise. Alright, so they'll move to the next area and go to the highest numbered square. Alright, and once they move, we're going to spawn, so we're counting up our noise here. We're at 6. We generate 3, but there's only 1 left in the pool. So I'm just checking the colors of the patrols here, where are they all at, and I determined that green, probably red maybe? Well, let's generate for green. Alright, so this final patrol fig will go to number 7. And let's see if 7 is actually filled. It is not. Yay! And they are far away from our objective, so we should be able to clear this up. And again, we take away 1 noise counter. They have line of sight to that big noise, so we do nothing with that one. We're checking our victory conditions here, advancing our timer, and I'll let you know, I think the timer is a little off, but that's fine. So Hannah moves in and finishes us off, and there we go. Technically, I'm just taking the win right here. The production was really plagued by a lot of problems. Technically, we're supposed to play out the round, the shooting, the moving, all that good stuff. But my characters have enough life, and I can hide in enough areas where it really is not a big deal. Alrighty, so your failure last go around is a stain upon our unit, boys and girls. We could have lost the scent for months because of your supreme screw-up. Luckily, the agency has provided us a new lead and a chance to redeem ourselves. Apparently, Gaia's Hope is operating another recruiting center under the guise of an advertising agency. CIA had people on the inside feeding us this intel, but they've been discovered. We need to get them out ASAP. And that is the lead-in to the next scenario. Love the game. Highly recommend it. So, really appreciate you stopping by. Thanks. Bye.